Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am your host, Rich, and I am joined by my co-caster, Ravage. We are about to jump into a game right now that is already actually underway. 13 minutes and 27 seconds in. We are seeing right now, I'm actually going to take a peek at the graphs. We're seeing that Aware's a little bit behind. They're behind by just a little bit. Those graphs look super weird, probably because we jumped in late. But we are seeing in favor right now of Release Gaming 9,000 experience and 6,000 gold. The players got started before we were actually out of our last match. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Check out that hot Zeus Xbox One skin. I actually have a few of those left over.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good right now on the side of Release, and this is what Release needs to actually secure first place in the seedings. We're in an awkward position in the standings right now where this match actually determines who actually makes it to LAN on the 7th seed, as well as the Eager XGN match and this match actually determine who takes first place and second place coming into the LAN. So both very, very big games right now, all very important. Release, if they take this though, put themselves in a very good situation, as it's likely that XGN and Eager will split.
Yeah, so let's say XGN and Eager split. Release takes both of these games. That puts Release in first place, and who goes to second place?
Well, right now it's the Wild West. All three of those teams have 8 points as it stands. Yeah, Release, XGN, and Eager. So it all depends who takes the most rounds out of these splits. We could potentially see a three-way split for a three-way tie.
Yeah, so one of the reasons first and second place are such coveted positions going into this tournament on December 5th is because both of those teams are going to get buys. And those buys are absolutely huge. Right now, we are seeing it so down to the wire here, and that's because these teams are they're all formidable foes. So you want to get that buy and put yourself in that much better of a position. It's not like you're going to be able to just steamroll any of these teams. Like we've seen XGN, Eager, Juice, all these teams that everyone was saying, oh, this team's dominant, this team's dominant. Sometimes splitting to a team that no one really thought was going to be that dangerous.
The interesting thing to note about this matchup here is that Yubbs actually isn't playing. He actually has a sub.
Huh. Could that be? He's allowed to go to LAN, though, so it's probably not because of that.
No, I think it's because he had a party or something, I believe. What was the issue?
Oh, man. You can't be partying when you're a professional gamer. Yeah. You gotta play the game. It's your job.
So interesting matchup. We're going to see that Sun Wukong coming out from Soup Kitchen again in the solo lane, up against what looks to be the Solbeck, which we haven't seen as much, hasn't been as prevalent in this matchup. Gab going to be on black side in support versus Athena on Gustavi, so that global pressure likely has been a factor in this game with the Giannis. Thor bringing out some global pressure on his side as well. The Zeus not being as effective in this game either, but hasn't been focused down like Penny's was in the Epsilon match.
I really think we're going to see a little bit of a fight around this Gold Fury right now, but Cruxy getting soloed out by Soup Kitchen. Soup Kitchen getting quite a bit of damage in on that Cudgel. The ultimate is popped there, but it looks like Cruxy is going to be able to disengage just fine, and this Gold Fury is going to go down, and they're going to get a kill on the way out, and that's going to be 2. Looking really good for Release right now, and we're seeing Shing on a Bastet. That's always something that's a little bit deadly, and Soup Kitchen not able to disengage there, even though he is on the SWK. But Shing gonna just gonna keep getting kills there, and Freya gonna lock another one up.
Shing just able to put a lot of pressure on the enemy team. The Cray and Shing just controlling the pace of that fight. The interesting thing to note is that it looks as though we've seen Cray making the move back to the carry.
Yeah, interesting. And Cray did look good when he was doing carry. We're gonna see a little bit of a sneeze on that tower, and goodbye. It is gone. Now Sobek gonna try to defend this tier 2. We're gonna see Geb move on in and try to help, but while Release is here, they're going to take as many buffs from this jungle, as many camps as they can. Shing locking up that mid Harpies.
Yeah, doing a good job of maintaining map control here. They already have a big advantage, so not surprising to see that. Freya in the mid lane though is a very interesting move. Freya is a very good player at various roles, so I'm not surprised to see that. Cray is the exact same way. They have a lot of ability to rotate lanes here, as none of these guys are pigeonholed into their god pools. Freya, Cray, and all those guys are very good jousters coming from the PC scene, so they know they know a lot of different matchups and different types of situations. So not surprised to see a switch coming out again. And this really shows the range of Release's roster.
Yeah, Freya looked so good as carry. We actually got to see him play a little bit of Freya. Who else did we see him play? Okay.
X-Ball.
Yeah, it was X-Ball.
Yeah.
But
see Solback going to get just zoned off the blue buff here. The map control evident from Elise at this point. Here comes the taunt on Solback as we see the portal going down as well. Shing going to pick up the solo kill over there. 1v1 versus the Zeus.
I could not switch quick enough. He went down so fast. That's kind of the nature of playing that god. It's going to go down really quick when Shing takes a look at you.
Yeah, Zeus still a really strong pick, though, even with the lack of escape. It's just the fact of the matter is that a god like Bastet does really well against the Zeus.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Anyone who can jump into that front line really quickly and just do a bunch of burst damage is going to be effective against the Zeus.
And just look at the combos coming out from Soup Kitchen, getting the Tiger Sun down, followed up by the 2, and then the Cudgel as the disengage happens. They're putting a lot of damage down on the Solback, and we're going to see that Blackside is actually going to be focused on the mid lane here. Really low on health, going to have to just back on out. Very interesting matchup here. A lot of pressure coming down from Release on all 3 lanes right now, and we could see a tower go down here, possibly in the dual lane.
Yeah,
look at this engagement coming out here now, as we see Shing just putting the damage on the top of the enemy mid laner here. He's going to have to get on out of here. Shing just auto-attacking on the Zeus and going to pick up that kill. The charge is not going to be ignited in time. That was actually a very close engagement as we see Blackside making the move back in. Soup Kitchen just dueling it out here with Cruxy. Cruxy taking a lot of damage. He's going to secure that kill with the Cudgel, but he's going to pick up the kill on Freya with the ticks on the poison damage. We're going to see Athena and Soup Kitchen trying to disengage here. Solbeck hot on the chase. There comes the tail whip, going to knock Athena up and not going to be able to quite close the gap here as Cray is actually pushing in on the Phoenix on the left side.
Yeah, they just... Release loves to get so aggressive, and they're good at it. Cray able to get that Phoenix down even while it is hitting him. We're going to see a rollout come in on him, but it's not going to be enough. Going to pop that disengage there, and Gustavi's going to move in to support him. Release looking like they are in a very good position in this match right now.
Release in an excellent position right now in this matchup as they're just maintaining pressure on the jungle, on global objectives. They've just taken a Phoenix, and they're just winning these team fights, and it just looks like Shing's having fun at this point. He's doing such a good job on the Bastet, and is playing it right to his style.
Yeah, that boxing match was kind of insane.
Against the Zeus?
He was so low against the Zeus. If Zeus was able to accumulate some form of charge on him and then get that B off, he would have gotten so much damage in there. But okay, we do see a nice little stun from Thor through the wall there. Gonna get Gustavi caught a little bit out of position here, and Candyman's gonna try to keep that going, try to zone him into Blackside. But we do have that charge off of cooldown right now, and Gustavi's not gonna be scared here. Gustavi's actually gonna look for an opportunity to get in on this fight himself.
Yeah, Gustavi's gonna continue to push in here. He's not gonna be afraid on Athena. We've seen how aggressive he does play, and it's not a big surprise to see him continuing that trend when he's off by this much, and his team just putting so much pressure on the enemy team.
Now we are going to see them step to Shing right now. Shing going to decide not to get too aggressive right off the bat, going to hang out in the wings, look to jump over a wall and get the pounce off on the weakest target. And looking at Shing right now, the cats are on cooldown. That may be the thing that he is waiting for. Zeus getting a lot of damage in on Soup Kitchen right now, but SWK, not an easy target to take down at all. Here comes a big Cudgel. The damage doesn't actually... There it is. There's the Cudgel. Assailant going to find Gustavi. Cruxy finishing off Freya.
Huge engagement here by Aware as they push back. We're going to see the wall hit up here now on Soup Kitchen. Soup Kitchen going to get into the Bison form, making sure that no one can get in front of him and body block, making sure that knockups are secured. That's a big win there by Aware. With the Zeus ultimate, we've just seen how much power that can bring to a team fight as we see Frey just managing to put pressure on the enemy buff camps.
Aware really wanted to try to take that Fire Giant there, but when you have a Sun Wukong up who can get that Cudgel over the wall and potentially get the steal, it does get a little bit scary. And you also know Shing is up, and here comes the Hu Yi ultimate, and it is going to take Cruxy right to the graveyard, making absolutely quick work of him. Shing now trying to bring down Blackside.
Yeah, and we're going to see Gustavi make the rotation up as well. Craig going to pick up the kill on Solbeck. It looked like he was going to put himself in a position where he was out of position, but he did meet up with Gustavi there. Gustavi going to get the ultimate down and come in with the protection. Soup Kitchen going to make his way back from the fountain as well. And
Here
that's
comes
going
the
to be a free Fire Giant here for Release Gaming.
Yeah, we do have Thor, though, in a position to maybe muddy this up for them, but I don't see him moving too quickly here. Maybe he's biding his time, but that Fire Giant is already below 20%. It looks like it's going to go down for free, and there it is. We are going to see the Release Gaming boys with the Fire Giant buff, a late ultimate from T-Small, and he gets punished. Cray, unstoppable. That's number 7 for him. Looking for one more.
Geb going to be in a lot of trouble here now. Athena on the chase as we see Cray just close the gap. And the Cataclysm going to come out from Geb, but the Through Space and Time going to come in to bring the whole team on top of Geb. And he is going to be deleted off the match with the Cudgel. And we're going to see the mid lane go down as well. Cray going to pick up Proxy. And that could be a good game.
Deicide, yeah, this is a surrender vote that I definitely do understand. You're in a pretty bad position right here. They should be able to walk right up to the Titan. They're going to put that bird to sleep and do just that. Titan below 70%. That's going to be GG. What do you do next time? Looking at picks and bans, how do you try to turn that tide?
Well, first of all, you don't give him Zeus and Hu Yi after we've seen how prevalent that was in the Elevate Eager match and how destructive that could be. So make sure that that doesn't happen.
I think the Zeus looked really bad for Aware. It
looked really good in that one team fight they did turn.
It did look good in the team fight that they turned, but I don't know. I think Zeus can kind of put you behind in a lot of ways.
It brings so much team presence, though, is the thing. If you can insulate the Zeus the right way, it can really be an effective pick. I mean, we saw what Eager could do with it, and I can't help but think that...
I really think a lot of it is like, yes, if you insulate it, it can be really strong, but it also needs to be piloted by the right player. Like we saw Sam Bam do absolutely incredible things with it, and also he didn't even need to be insulated quite as much, but against certain comps, I really don't think you can play Zeus against the Bastet. I think that might be one of the reasons that Zeus underperformed, but like you said, did really turn that team fight around, brings so much damage to those team fights, and you can see a Zeus take 3 people pretty easy.
Yeah, Zeus just has that damage potential. And the thing that Zeus brings to the table is with his ultimate and with the kit that he does have and the chain lightning, he brings that potential to really zone the enemy team and put space between you and them. And that's how you need to see Zeus being used. The problem that we're running into is that these Bassets and Hun Basses are just getting up on top of the Zeus and there's no insulation. But, you know, when you have your team around you, it's not going to be an issue when you get into those team fight stages. They're team fight champions. Zeus and Hu Yi are both the same in those regards.
So we are going to see Release Gaming, if they can take 2 games. We're going to run to this quick commercial break. While we're gone, remember, pick up your tickets, mlg.tv/Smite tickets. We'll see you when we get back.